Hey YouTube! Okay, I'm gonna do a video on my personal experience with braces so far. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I got my braces on March 4th of 2014, and my teeth were pretty bad when they started out. I had, according to the orthodontist anyways, I had an 110% overbite. I had I know it's really still really far out, but the gap was about 2 inches different than this, both outwards and apart. And, well, oh, and with the overbite, I had to get these little caps on the back of my teeth so I wouldn't bite my bracket off. And, well, in August, I am supposed to get, I think it's the 11th or something like that, I am supposed to get spacers on my two back teeth and on the bottom and on the top. And I think it's the 18th. Then I get power chains for the first time to close up the giant gaps that I have. And then sometime in September, I don't remember when, I'm getting something called the Forsus. Well, for you that don't know what the Forsus is, it's a device thing that they put like on one of your brackets that have the hooks on it. They hook it from here to like here or something like that. Sorry. And they put like a spring, it's like a really thick spring, from there to there to physically pull your bottom jaw forward. The reason that I didn't get an expander, or whatever those things are called, on the bottom of my mouth is because they didn't want me to have like a pronounced chin or whatever. So then they are going to give me that. According to a lot of people, that is really painful. So I'm not really looking forward to that. So I'm going to have to talk to you guys about that after I get it, which is in September sometime. And once again, or for the first time, I'm going to apologize for the lighting in this room. It's really bad because I have my light bulb on and it's dark-ish outside. Yeah, so. Oh, and if you guys are nervous about getting braces, like if you're going to get them soon or something, don't be nervous. Okay. The first consultation is what they call it, is when you go in and you have like a little tiny thing. It's not the same thing that you get when you get your braces. They put like a little thing to pull your cheeks back so they can actually look at your teeth in your mouth. Sorry, my guinea pig is making noise. And they look at all the gaps in your teeth and see like what kind of brackets you're gonna need, and they look at all the extra stuff you're gonna need, like for me with the Forsus and all that other stuff. And yeah. Oh, and sometimes some orthodontists do the retainer plasters or whatever. I didn't get that because my teeth were so messed up. And so yeah. Okay, when you're getting your braces on, the only thing that's really kind of painful, not really, is the tongue thing they put in to hold your tongue back. That only hurt for me because I'm kind of really gaggy, so they had to put a really small one in, and it was kind of squeezing my gums and the bottom of my mouth. The cheek retractor didn't really hurt because my orthodontist gave me like some lip balm and stuff before. They were like, put a whole bunch on so you can not feel the thing on it. And yeah. And while they're putting it on, the only thing is your mouth gets really, really dry. So if you're a person that swallows a lot, like me, then it's going to be kind of uncomfortable because you're going to be like, oh, I can't swallow. Okay, well what they do, well yeah, they put the big cheek retractors in and they put the tongue thing in, is that first they put this really disgusting tasting stuff on each one of your teeth after they clean it, you know, like they normally brush it. And then they like suction it off, and then, excuse me, depending on the bracket that you get, they pick them out and then they put this really, really horrible tasting glue on your teeth. I mean, you're not really supposed to be able to taste it, but they had to move my cheek retractor thing around so I could actually taste it, because the water that they had put in my mouth was kind of spreading it everywhere. So then they had to do another round of glue, and they put the glue on the bottom ones first, and it if your teeth are sensitive, you're gonna feel the glue right away. Like, my teeth are really sensitive. Okay, so then they put the glue on each tooth, and then they pick up the bracket and put it on with like this special thing, and then they put it on each and every single tooth, top and bottom. And then then the orthodontist comes over. I mean, some people have the orthodontist do it anyways, but I had one of the helpers do it. The orthodontist comes over and they make sure that the placement is correct. I mean, like, so one's not like all the way over here and the other one's like straight. No, oh, and right when you get them on, they're gonna be like crooked if you have really crooked teeth. They're not really crooked, they're in the center of your teeth. They're in the almost exact same position on every tooth. It's just gonna look really crooked right away because it's kind of like moving. And yeah. Oh, and then they put the wire in. They kind of just grab a wire that looks like it would fit your mouth, and then they kind of feed it through to see how long it is and how much they have to cut it. And sometimes they don't have to cut it, and sometimes it's too short. But then they put them in your mouth and connect it to all the brackets through the middle. You know, most people think it clicks over the top. No, it goes in the middle. And then after that, you get your rubber bands, unless you have like the clear braces, but I obviously don't. I picked the first appointment that I had. I got blue and purple. That didn't really look that great, so I wouldn't recommend that. The blue and purple separate is fine, but together is kind of an odd choice. And so then they put the color that you choose. I mean, my orthodontist allowed up to 3 colors on my teeth, and some have more, some have less. So then you get the rubber bands on, and then they take everything out of your mouth. Well, they took the cheek retractor out before I got my wire and all that stuff out, so I could brush the glue off my teeth. That was really weird because I couldn't even feel my lips right away. And then they put all the rubber bands on. Well, I mean, I already told you that. Okay, and then after that, they go through everything that you're gonna need to do for your braces, like all the care and brushing and what not to eat and all that other stuff that's all fun. Excuse me. And then you do then they schedule your next appointment. Mine was it was a couple months later. It wasn't like every single month. It was a couple months later after what they said it was supposed to be. And then, okay, well, the next day, people say it hurts right away. Mine only hurt right away because I had really sensitive teeth, so if you have sensitive teeth, it's going to hurt. Then the next day, it didn't really bother me right away, but when you try to eat something, which isn't really recommended, I mean, that you're supposed to eat, but you're not supposed to eat like hard food, but I went right into the hard food, which was a bad choice. It hurt really bad. And I mean, the bottom ones are usually a little bit more sore because they're more sensitive than your top teeth. So, yeah. The next day, when you're trying to drink stuff, I'm sorry about the noise, my cat's doing whatever she's doing. And, when you're trying to eat, it's gonna feel really weird. Like, I felt like I was chewing on my brackets, but I promise you're not chewing on your brackets. And if there's any wire poking you, you're supposed to go back in, like, schedule an appointment to go back in earlier than your other appointment, unless it's, like, not mandatory. Then, yeah. Oh, and, my personal experience so far is interesting. I'm a little upset because at the first consultation, they said I'm going to need my braces for 2 to 3, pushing over to the 3 year side. So that was interesting. And it's going to be a while before I get the next ones put on. And when on your last appointment, because my sister's getting hers off really soon, on your last appointment they will fit you for a retainer, and then they will, they ask you at the consultation what kind you want. Like, there's a rubber one, there's a one that's like Invisalign, whatever. It just keeps your teeth together, and then there's a permanent one. I am actually going to get the gummy one. I know it sounds horrible, but it's not. And yeah. So and the retainer's meant to keep it all in place after you get them off. So yeah. I hope this video really helped you guys who are nervous, and now you know a little bit more about me. So yeah, I'll talk to you later on August, I guess. Bye.